So, yesterday's other big news, despite it being regarded as insignificant by some, was Liz Truss's energy price announcement. Some will be relieved to hear that she's capping energy at £2,500 a year for average use. None of us are average users, though, so it'll still be more or less and discriminates against higher users who might not be able to avoid being so, such as disabled people or living in an older property or living in the colder north, for example, along with the support already promised to those worst off still being delivered, though not next year. The fact is, this could cost up to £150 billion, and it's all being handed to the energy companies, who are still expected to make excess profits of £170 billion over that same time frame on top. They get their pockets lined with cash from both exploitative, profiteering, and our government handing them an absolutely massive subsidy worth almost 4 Dido Hardings, paid for by us with the so-called Truss Tax. The energy companies need not pay a single thing. It's not good enough, though, when people are already in poverty over their fuel costs. They are already too high, and for all that cash plus all those expected profits, the very least the energy companies could accept is a reduction in the cap, and of course, the government and OFGEM do that. Their independence is at government discretion, after all, as a non-ministerial government department. Discretionary payments could be increased, paid for by the energy companies, given they're paying for sod all else. But supporting people appears to be secondary to propping up capitalism, propping up privatisation, maintaining the sham that it works. When all that happens is inequality rises, services crumble, we pay more for an increasingly poor service. The elephant in the room, though, is why Liz Truss will not make these energy companies pay anything. And then you find out things like her largest leadership campaign donor was the wife of the BP executive. It was bad enough when we just assumed links to her former employee Shell might be behind it, but no, it's far more blatant than that. Donors don't hand over cash for nothing after all, and they're buying politicians when they do it. And the evidence for that has been laid blatantly bare. Truss isn't alone in this either. There's nothing on home insulation in her package, though. She plans to resume fracking despite being told it'll have negligible effects except to pollute and cause earth tremors. Apparently there will be something now put in place for schools, hospitals and small businesses not covered by the cap, but there's no detail on this at all. If it materialises, costs may rise. Will the energy giants be made to pay a bit then? Or will Truss & Co get another backhander to charge it to us again instead?